Hey, this thing is getting more ridiculous by the day. I was watching a video by Zay Truth, who's been banned several times, keeps creating channels, keeps spreading the word of truth. And he put a list of groups and companies that do not require you to get the vaccine. The World Health Organization does not require the vaccine. Moderna, the company pushing the vaccine with luciferase, does not require the vaccine. The White House staff do not have to be vaccinated. Explain to me why they're pushing for all the serfs to get the vaccine and their staff don't need to have the vaccine. I would love for someone to give me an answer for that. Pfizer. You can have weekly tests, and if you have a medical or religious exemption, you don't need the vaccine. Another company pushing the hell out of the vaccine. But if you work there, you don't have to have it. You can do the weekly tests. Johnson & Johnson. They do require the vaccine, but they will accept medical exemption and probably religious exemption as well. The CDC and the FDA do not require the vaccine. Tell me you don't see something weird going on here. These are people pushing the hell out of the vaccine for all of us commoners so they can have their wonderful little great reset and mark us all with the mark of the beast. And they don't have to have it. There's something very deep going on here. I know a lot of people don't see it because I see people still walking around, get your vaccine. I go into a building and little old ladies are yelling, he's putting everyone in danger. I cannot believe how many people are brainwashed by the mainstream media. You see idiots like Chris Cuomo calling a restaurant owner an idiot for not making masks or vaccines mandated to enter his restaurant in California. But right after he says this, he's in a nightclub dancing like a white boy with no mask. And people around him just as nonchalant as day, and this isn't weird. Thank God somebody recorded him to show his hypocrisy. How do you know that was the vaccine that Joe Biden got jabbed into his arm? How do you know? How do we know that wasn't a nice dog and pony show? There are things I know, and this is a chess game the elite are playing right now, and they're creating world domination, globalism, and we're going to be under a one world order, one government, and there's not much we can do about it. But I am not getting the vaccine. Neither is my brother, neither are a bunch of friends of mine and associates and people that are near and dear to me. I'm losing my job as of September 27th because I refuse to get the vaccine. And I'm losing my job. That's how serious this is to me. That's how serious I take this. That's how me, my brother, and our friends doing math had figured out several aspects of what this could be about. It could be the Great Reset, where they wipe out 5/6 of the world's population, like Phil Schneider said. Rima Labau, the doctor who fled in fear of her life to go live in the mountains of an unknown country, possibly the Philippines or Peru or somewhere. But she refused to even enter the airport when she was talking to Jesse Ventura, who, by the way, is all of a sudden pushing the vaccine. It's strange. Very strange. There's a lot, if you do the math and you look at all the pieces that are being laid out here, it's not a good thing. Yeah, it could be the Great Reset. It could be biblical, the mark of the beast. Those without the mark of the beast cannot buy or sell. Look what's happening right now. There's going to come a time real soon that if you don't have the vaccine, you won't be able to go into stores, you won't be able to go to movies, you won't be able to go out to eat, you won't be able to do anything. And it tells us right in Revelation that those without the mark of the beast can't buy or sell, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Maybe, how do we know? Maybe the elite are playing out Revelation. We don't know. Or maybe God is truly choosing to give some of us sight and blinding the others. You have to open your ears, you have to open your eyes, and you have to open your heart. Open your heart to God and understand that there's something greater that's going on here, and this is in fact end times. I talk to people that still think 9/11 was a terrorist attack and plane struck the World Trade Center. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that they were actually doing hologram testing on computers at the time, at the exact time of 9/11. So I find it impossible for an aluminum plane to slice through a concrete and steel structure, and the nose came right out of the other side of the building. That's because it was a hologram. There were bombs planted there, and the hologram testing was done and put onto your screen so to trick you, so you would think that it was an airplane that went into the building. You saw what you saw and said, wow, there was an explosion. Then you watched TV. Then you tried to remember what you saw, then you watched TV. Then you kept thinking about what you saw, then you watched TV. And before you know it, your mind did this and let you believe that it was a plane that hit the World Trade Center. These people have ways of messing with you, and the mind is a very manipulating tool. It's so easily manipulated. Like there are things you misremember and things you swear that were there and they weren't. And you know, I mean, how many times do you misquote movies or songs and you swear you had the right lyrics, but you know, they were wrong when you do listen to the song? And that's what I believe. Otherwise, explain to me why they insisted on showing that horrific incident minute by minute by minute on the news all day. That's all they did, was keep playing the crash and the collapse. The crash and the collapse. And no matter what you actually saw, at the end of the day, you saw a plane. You can look it up. There were hologram tests of planes slamming into buildings at the time of 9/11. Anyway, I'm going way off topic, but it's just, actually I'm not going off topic, because it's the way I'm basically telling you how they manipulate you and how they let you believe something that isn't real. Why are they pushing this vaccine so hard? Why am I losing my job? Why do I have to voluntarily resign from my job because I refuse to give up my right to choose? Don't give up your right to choose. If you don't want to get this vaccine, don't give up your rights. Fight it. There's a lot of us out there. There's a lot of people that aren't going with the program, okay? We have to stand up and we have to draw a line and say enough. Listen to YouTube channels like mine, and listen to Zay Truth and Sister in Christ and lots of other great channels out there that are spreading truth. Liberal Hive Mind, Fox News. Listen to real news channels. Don't listen to CNN. I mean, the CNN is corrupt news network, clown news network, Sant news network. They tell you lies. They spread propaganda. The idea that this guy was on there calling a guy an idiot for not mandating masks or vaccines in his restaurant, and then he gets caught out there in a nightclub dancing without wearing a mask. Not a care in the world. Just keep that in mind, folks. All of those companies I mentioned, the World Health Organization, Moderna, White House, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, CDC, and the FDA do not require the vaccine, and a couple of them might require it, but they will accept religious or medical exemption. Remember that, folks. Remember that. Do not give up. Just keep fighting, and there's a lot of us out there, so keep fighting and stand true to what you believe. Hold God in your heart. Peace to all the good people, to all the evil. See you soon.